3. Hey everybody, my name is Kara Dyer.
And I'm Bobby.
And we both work at the Faulkner County Library. Today we are going to start a
Conversation.
Yeah. This week's topic, we're going to talk about social distancing and where do we go from here?
Where are we going from here?
I don't know. I don't know. Bobby was talking about just a few minutes ago how one of the local schools' football practice is.
They're going to be practicing through Zoom meetings. So the coach is watching his players participate in practice through Zoom, and they're all doing their exercises together on Zoom meetings.
And what do you think that's going to be like?
It's not going to help the team, but it's going to get some people in shape.
It is going to get people in shape. I agree. I wonder, so I know we've been watching UFC fighting, and it's really kind of crazy because there's nobody in the audience. Yeah. So what's going to be the new norm, you think?
I do not. I think with sports, they're going to get back to having a crowd, and I think they're going to get back to maybe smaller venues, like especially with the UFC, not expanding into bigger venues, but they'll go back to smaller venues, and I think the crowds will be monitored more than they have been in the past. So it may be distance between them, but I don't see them having a basketball game with no audience.
Yeah, I don't see that either, because I know with the UFC fights and stuff, when the winner is raised their hands or whatever, it's kind of disappointing not to have the cheer of the crowd. Yeah,
right.
exactly,
Right.
because the whole point of all of it is basically to get affirmation that you did good.
And people actually want to be inside arenas when big sports things happen. They
Right.
don't want to look on their screen. They want to be there to see it.
Right,
happening.
right.
And I think that's going to draw people back to those venues.
Right. Well, and we are doing this via video. People are using social media, and people
Right.
are watching, are on their phones more and on the internet more. Is that going to? What do you think? Is that going to increase?
I think in certain areas it'll increase. I think right now we're seeing, especially in the workplace, we're seeing that we can actually do work from home in certain jobs and certain aspects. And I think that's a good thing because we're going to see a lot of people now switching from home-based jobs to home-based jobs. And that's going to be great. But in other ways, we're seeing that we actually need to be in places that in order for things to run smoothly, we need to be in places.
Right.
So I think there's going to be a level of discerning which place do we need to be in and which place do we not need to be in.
Right. Right. Well, because the library right now, we're still closed to the public. We're here working, doing some
Right.
major changes and switching over to the library so that when we do open, that we are where we want to be, and that's been actually kind of nice.
It's been nice.
It has been.
It's been bittersweet
Yeah.
because it's kind of sad not seeing some of the faces that we're familiar with.
Right.
But it's also good because we're getting a lot of work done.
Right.
And that work stays done.
Right, exactly. Well, and that and the major changes that we're doing is going to be awesome for the public when they actually come into our doors and see the changes and stuff with the RFID and the children's room, and I think it's going to be a positive thing. But this summer reading program, I'm not liking the online.
Right.
We don't
We need
have
that
the
interaction.
I think so. I think so. I think the face to face is really good, and the we're not social distancing right now. I just kind of noticed that we're not there 6 feet apart, but it's
But it's needed right now.
it is needed right now, and just the human interaction is needed right now.
Right.
I think that if we had more of this, that we, in starting the conversation and talking about how we feel about not being able to be face to face and talk to your friends and hang out with your friends and football practice. I mean, let's get real. That's one of the things that's so exciting about practice is that you
Right.
do get to see your
get
friends.
to-
You get to
And you get to compete one-on-one. You're competing with the next guy in front of you.
Exactly.
You can't really do that on its own meeting.
Right. Well, because you can't hear the coach yelling at you
Right.
when you're not
There you
doing
go.
your push-up right.
There you go.
There you go.
But my thing is the whole social distancing. my views on it is that I'm an at-home person, so the social distancing didn't bother me as much.
Got
So,
you.
You know, it bothers me when I come to work and I don't see some of the kids that I'm used to seeing. It bothers me that my daughter's in the house more now,
Right.
and I have to find ways to get her to exercise and get her outside of the house. But the whole stores being closing at an early time, or
Right.
not allowing this many people inside of the stores, that don't bother me.
Right. So I guess our question to you guys is, how is social distancing affecting you, and where are we gonna wind up from here? You know, is
Right.
this we went to a restaurant the other day and we had to walk in with a mask, but when we sat down, we were able to take off our mask and eat our food,
Right.
and then we were supposed to put our mask on, which we actually forgot before we walked out the door. But anyway,
Right.
that was kind of awkward.
Right.
It was very awkward, and
I think it's going to be awkward in restaurants either way, because how are we supposed to like eat or interact with the person that's in front of you with a mask on? That's kind of difficult.
right. We saw a video the other day. Someone thought that they had come up with a brilliant idea of the mask with the flipper, so you could like
Doesn't
flip it down and like feed to your mask. Well, food was like all over his mask, and
I don't think that will work.
yeah,
I don't-
I don't know either. But I'm just saying it may be the new norm. I don't know. We may be having wearing masks with flippers.
I don't know.
I don't want them either.
I don't want a mask anyway, because I found out one size does not fit all,
Yeah.
and they don't make really big masks right now. So
So any of you out there would make a little extra
wanna
money?
donate?
Donate. Okay, donate a bigger mask,
Right,
a bigger mask,
like a wider
mask.
wider
Okay,
mask.
you can wear a helmet. I don't know. They make those like slipper things that you
But
cover
I
your.
think I've been saying great things with the mask, though. I will say that I actually saw like one person test their mask. They were doing the designer mask, and in order to test it, he put on a regular hospital mask, and he tried to blow out a candle, and it didn't work. But when he put on his designer mask, he blew out the candle with no problem. So
Was that good?
no, that's not good
That's-
at all.
I was about to
That's
say
not
that
good
doesn't
at
sound
all.
like that
It shows you that the designer mask does not protect as much as the hospital mask does. But I think he ended up putting two together, and then he couldn't blow out it.
Got you.
So-
Okay. All right, but does
Try
that
the
restrict
candle.
you from breathing?
I don't know. It was only like a 5-minute video.
I mean, can you? And you'd be chewing gum all the time because it'd be like, ooh, my breath is kind of.
Like a 5, but he was sweating toward the end, so
Oh.
I guess he got kind of hot under
Got
the
kind of,
mask.
yeah. That's
So test your mask out.
test your mask out for real. I don't know. Happy birthday. Try your mask. I don't know. Can you blow out your candle?
That would be nice.
That would be
That was a
okay.
nice trick.
Anyway, whatever. So what else do we have here in our social distancing? What else? What are your thoughts? What are your comments? We're gonna actually have a live Zoom talking about social distancing and where we go from here and what the change has meant for you. So this is geared toward teenagers ages 13 to 18. You can sign up on our link with this video and get into the conversation. We're going to have, like I said, we're going to have a Zoom conversation next week about social distancing and where we go from here. So let us know your thoughts and what changes you see happening, and if
Where
you
this might go.
and where this might go. Absolutely. And let's just help each other like cope. I know a lot of people with the social distancing and stuff are getting really depressed because
Yeah.
they're not being able to.
Everyone's not like me. They're
Right.
not like stay-at-home people. They want to get out and go to the pools. This is pool season.
It
right
is
now.
pool season. It is pool season, vacation season. I know Disney characters won't be out. If you go to the park, you have to wear a mask, but there won't be anyone in costume because I guess because of the mask and because of the social distancing, like hugging and
Gotcha.
little
Just the whole
kids want
Disney
to.
experience.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
the Disney experience won't be the same. It'll just be all the rides. So how is that going to work? We've got some friends that are planning to go to Disney this summer, and that's what they were talking about. What is the Star Wars park going to be like? Without the characters
without
and
any characters.
and stuff. That's going to
I
be.
think it'll still be great. I mean, to go
What's
to
Disney?
but
Yeah, that's going to be great.
But
You're still going to spend the same amount of money whether there's a character or not.
I need to find Tigger. That's my whole thing.
You can't
Like,
because he won't be in costume. He
I know,
won't be there.
That was my experience.
Well, there you
No
go.
Tiggers were my experience.
Yeah. So what does your vacation look like this summer? Are you going to be spending more time at the park where it's in the wide open space?
Right.
Events, are like we said, are closed for the most part. Some things are starting to open back up.
Are the movies opening back up yet?
I haven't heard. I don't know. I know that there's been a lot of movies that have viewed on TV. You can. So, what does your summer look like?
Right. No blockbuster hits this summer.
No blockbuster hits. So let us know where you're going, what's going on, and like I said, let's get the conversation started and let's help each other out and help each other cope through this. Once again, my name is Kara Dyer.
And I'm Bobby.
And we're with the Faulkner County Library, and we're just getting a conversation started.
Talk with us.
Talk to us. Bye.